A few days ago, a friend of mine asked me to check share price of Alembic Pharma. When I checked, it was already like 8% up, and it was a random Monday morning. Now, he's way more into the market than I am, so naturally, I had to ask, what's going on? अचानक क्या हो गया ऐसे? Turns out Alembic had just received final US FDA approval for a cancer drug, and that drug had a revenue potential of $29 million. My obvious follow up was, how the hell do you know all of this? And his answer, well, it sent me down a complete rabbit hole. The developer inside me kicked in, and I started to spot patterns. And let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the NSC's corporate announcement page. Every listed company is required to post important updates here, like this one from Alembic Pharma. And once you start watching this space, you will see patterns. Ola Electric, for example, they announced their Q1 results and the stock just jumped from like 19% in just no time. Another example, DSS, it's a very small company. They backed a big order from SBI and within minutes, just it shot up like 7%. That brings us to the golden question. Can we automatically fetch announcements using Python so that we can catch these big moves early on? Let's see how to do it. First, set up a virtual environment. Next, install the jugaad-data library using pip. This library does a bunch of things like fetching live and historical stock data, and of course, fetching announcements. If you're curious about the other features, check out my other videos. I will link them at the end. Once you have set it up, create an object of NSC Live class and call the corporate announcement method. Without any arguments, you will get last 20 announcements. If you want to filter, pass in from date, to date, or even a specific stock symbol as a parameter. I've tried to keep the interface simple. This is the output that you get from the announcements. So, what are the key things that we need to pay attention to? The first one is symbol. Obviously, this is the symbol of the company. The second one is description. So, description is the same thing that you see on corporate announcement tables, subject column. The next thing that you need to pay attention to is the attachment text. So, this is the text written in the details column. The next thing is the attachment itself. So this is you can see the link to the PDF. Now all the details related to announcements, key details, are actually in the PDF. So when you are thinking of automating the system, you will need to figure out a way to load that PDF, read it, interpret it, and then decide whether to buy or sell. So obviously, we will need to use some AI or LLM to take that decision. Now, you can easily run this in a loop every minute and catch the announcement as and when they drop in. So, what next? Plug this into Zero Dash Trading API and go full Wolf of Dalal Street. Hold your horses. There are a lot of problems to solve. First problem, noise. NSC pushes a ton of announcements, but most of them don't move the market at all. So, how do we cut through the noise? I have built a basic keyword filter. It won't catch everything, but it eliminates a lot of noise. Here's the code. I have shared the link to the full code in the description. I have built a notification system for myself and I'm going to share it with you. I post curated, decluttered announcements on my Telegram channel and Twitter. Both of these links are in the description. Feel free to join. It'll definitely put you ahead of the market. Second issue, understanding the context. If a 1 lakh crore company announces an order win of 1 crore, that is not going to move the price at all. Railtail is such example. If investors of the company expect profits to grow at double digit rate and it grows at 1%, 2%, definitely puts a pressure on its stock. TCS is one such recent example. So, to automate trade, our system needs to understand the context and decide whether to buy, sell, or sometimes do nothing. Third challenge, insiders. You will often notice the price starts moving just before the announcement hits. Why? Because someone inside the company knew it before the announcements and took the advantage. Is it legal? Of course, no. बट बेबी को ये सब नहीं दिखता बिकॉज बेबी को बेस पसंद है and honestly there's not much we can do about these cases. Okay, so what's the final verdict? Should we automate or not? Not just yet. Here's what I would suggest, and honestly this is what I'm doing too. Start by reviewing the announcements and tracking how the market reacts. Over time, try to spot patterns, what kind of news consistently move the market. Big order wins, stake sale, quarterly results, tax notices. I'm still figuring this out myself. I read through every announcement I post on my Telegram channel, trying to piece everything together what really matters. This is just beginning. If you are curious and want to explore this with me, you know where to find me. Happy trading and investing. Bye.